Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. So now let's talk about what's happening with silver. This is the 1 week chart and prices are rising. Is this going to last? That's the $1,000,000 question. But let's talk about what is affecting silver's price, which is geopolitical tensions. We know that silver is a safe haven, and when people are uncertain of economic times or with fear, uncertainty, doubt, second guessing, or any type of, anything like that, people do turn towards safe haven investments like gold and silver. Emerging geopolitical discord offers a mixed bag for silver prices, with the safe haven appeal buffering against a bearish economic backdrop in silver. Here's some of the highlights. Israel-Palestinian tensions may hit global markets, affecting silver prices. Silver's safe haven appeal could surge amid geopolitical unrest, buffering declines. Like I just said, geopolitical events and economic fundamentals keep silver market in suspense, which is definitely true. Traders face uncertainty as geopolitical unrest and market fundamentals entangle, casting complex silver price forecasts. And to say complex is undermining that word. I mean, even when you're talking about gold, at least gold has some type of price stability since it's mainly used as a monetary asset. But when you're looking at something with silver, especially since it's a much smaller market than gold, it's much more volatile and will move at much more exaggerated percentages. We also have another article I wanted to break down. It's talking about how silver remains stuck with volatility, a little bit what I was just mentioning, but the title is Silver Forecast, Silver Looks Weak. This was posted on October 6th, so 3 days ago. So it's relatively new, but with today's times, especially with the Israel-Palestine situation, 3 days could seem like a year when it comes to markets. So I want to kind of see what's happening there as well and see if we can get a little bit of backstory and look at current prices and try to piece together where silver is going to be. Let me know in the comment section what you think silver's going to do. Like we just read, it's very complex. We know in the grand scheme of things, though, silver stackers will get the last laugh. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next month, maybe not next year, but we all know the end result of fiat, and we all know gold and silver has been valuable since the beginning of man and always will be. So before we jump into this article, make sure you subscribe because I post daily silver stacking videos, always giving you the newest, latest, freshest, most up-to-date, recent information in the world of silver, and I do tons of giveaways. All you gotta do is click one button for an opportunity to get silver shipped straight to your front doorstep. That button is subscribe. Go enter. The giveaway entry video is live. May the luckiest stacker win. So, potential impact on silver amid geopolitical unrest. The escalating tensions between Israeli forces and Palestinian militants from Gaza, as characterized by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, hint at a looming conflict that could reverberate through the global financial markets, including the silver market. Possible safe haven appeal. We know that's what precious metals' strong point is. It's kind of sad that people need something like banks literally collapsing to finally realize, hey, maybe I should get into silver. It takes something that extreme, but, regardless, things are going to become so blatantly obvious that everyone will. Well, not everyone, but I think a lot more people will be open to this thought. Traditionally, silver enjoys a safe haven status during times of geopolitical upheaval. Should the tensions escalate further, a surge in demand for silver as a capital preservation asset might be on the horizon. And that would mean more demand, pushing the price higher. In spite of bearish economic indicators, this demand could potentially provide a buffer against a price decline for silver, like I just said. So, potential currency impact and industrial demand. Geopolitical developments often have a ripple effect on currency values. Should the US dollar weaken as a result of the conflict, silver could become more affordable for holders of other currencies, possibly uplifting its price. On the industrial front, a significant escalation affecting global industrial activities could influence silver's demand. However, speculative activities, which tend to spike during geopolitical tensions, might offset the impact on demand, adding a layer of volatility to silver's price. You guys know I hate that word, that S word, and that's definitely true. But regardless, if you understand silver's true value, that word is irrelevant. So, inflation concerns and global economic ramifications. Conflict-induced spikes in oil prices, which, by the way, silver's price and oil's price is very similar. If you want to see what silver's doing, just look at oil. But conflict-induced spikes in oil prices could potentially stoke inflation fears. Traditionally, silver akin to gold is perceived as a hedge against inflation, which could positively impact its price. Moreover, the broader economic repercussions could prompt central banks to adjust monetary policy. Such shifts, alongside the trajectory of gold prices, which often move in tandem with silver prices, could play a crucial role in determining silver's price dynamics. I want to stop right there because I did a little more digging, and I want to give you guys a little branch off of this, which could be extremely important. This sentence right here, such shifts alongside the trajectory of gold prices, which often move in tandem with silver prices, could play a crucial role. Well, Asia's giant gold buying rises as biggest demand season starts. We know that Asia and China use gold and silver for festive activities and the holidays. Well, there's two back-to-back runs with Asia and China. So this could play a role. Remember, the reason I'm bringing this up is because silver moves in tandem with gold. So let's check this out. The festive period for gold's largest consumer countries to buy the precious metal has begun, with demand rising in the key markets of India and China as people take advantage of the current drop in prices. And you'd be surprised how much demand comes from religious and holiday festive seasons. You would think it's not much, but it's a lot more than people realize. Last month saw the return of the auspicious dates for marriages on Hindu calendars after the seasonal summer shutdown in November will bring India's peak gold buying festival that starts in Diwali, and then Western gift giving at Christmas will then be followed by the run up to the Chinese New Year starting on February 10th in 2024. Altogether, this festive period, covering the October to December and January to March calendar quarters, has seen consumers in China and India buy 8% more gold by weight over the past 10 years than they did across the April to September period on average. And China is silver's biggest consumer as well. So also remember that. So moving back to this, you could see, there's some more demand potential along with going green. They dive into this cautiously bullish short-term forecast, which is funny because you have this article saying the silver forecast looks weak, which I also wanted to bring to light because you see how, depending on which article you read, could be drastically different opinions. One is saying silver is extremely bearish, and the other article posted a day later says it's extremely bullish. So, intertwining of potential geopolitical unrest with market fundamentals casts a complex forecast for silver prices. Despite robust U.S. jobs data hinting at another possible rate hike, the unfolding geopolitical scenario could lend a cautiously bullish outlook for silver. as the market keenly awaits forthcoming U.S. economic data and Federal Open Market Committee, which is the FOMC's decisions. The backdrop of a possible conflict looms large. The dance between potential geopolitical events and economic fundamentals is set to keep the silver market in a state of suspense as traders navigate through a landscape fraught with uncertainty. You can't get too emotional. When we're talking about, like the Palestine situation, of course, that's going to be emotional for, a lot of people. I'm talking more about the prices when silver's dropping because of something like that, or geopolitical issues. That definitely can play a role. You have to be cool, calm, and collect. You have to look at the bigger picture. You can't let the day-to-day prices affect how you feel about your investment. And if that's the case, then you should really go back and look at that asset's value, or why you're investing into that thing. Because if you don't understand its value, you're more likely for panic selling. And that's what people do when they see their investment in the red. They're not getting validation or confirmation that it will go back up because they don't understand the potential behind it. They're just doing it because their friend told them to, and then they'll end up selling when it's down, right? They're buying high and selling low instead of buying low and selling high. Perfect example, in early February 2021, during the Wall Street silver movement, silver's price was up to $28, $29, $30, and a lot of people were buying back then, hopping on silver train just from Wall Street silver alone, not knowing anything about silver or why it has potential. Well, after that, silver dropped down to extreme lows, right? $15, something like that. A lot of people sold. They bought high at 30, and then it dropped, and they sold. Right? That happens a lot with things. Same with Bitcoin. So you got to understand why you're investing into something, because if you don't, then you're probably going to sell since you don't have faith in it. You need that confirmation or validation that it can go higher, when us, true silver stackers, don't need that because we know it will. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like the video. Make sure you subscribe, because I do post daily videos every single day, sometimes twice a day. I have a really cool video I'm probably going to do the next day, maybe tonight if I get a chance. Just depends on my daughter, what time she goes to bed and stuff. But I'm going to try to knock that out as well. It's going to be really cool, so make sure you stick around. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.